Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I thought I'd give some tips for people who are new to Borderlands 2 and would like to know how to improve in their gameplay. Now, with Borderlands 3 on the corner and a lot of people playing Borderlands 2 even for the first time, now I'm sure the question of how would I improve my gameplay has popped up. So I thought of some things that should maybe improve how you play this game. Now, take it from me, I have played this video game for about 7,000 hours, give or take. That's at least what my Steam profile says. So the first step is take your time. You have all the time in the world exploring this game. Don't rush anything. I've seen a lot of people use boosting lobbies in order to get their level to 72, and then they would just quit the game by then because the game just becomes boring. The core gameplay loop of this game is to it's just loot and shoot, and if you're gonna boost and skip basically half the gameplay, that's not fun. That's honestly my almost #1 tip if you're a starting player. Don't ever give in to boosting your account. It just never works and the game becomes boring. The second thing is you should explore the game. For example, right now this is vanilla. I'm not playing with anything anymore. I just booted up my game and I'm using Moloko Sal. This was a build discovered by someone. Can't remember the name of it. I think it was sudden death mode, and look at this build. It annihilates every single enemy. It makes OP8 look like a joke. But you see, no one discovered how this build even works because people kept messing around with the meta. I wouldn't also listen to people who tell you, "Oh, the Herald's the best gun in the game." Keep exploring. This game is all about shooting people in the face, and for example, the Pimpernel. People didn't even know that the Pimpernel was a powerful gun at all until someone shot it to a loader and found out, oh holy shit, this gun's like insanely good. So that's one of them. Always explore your builds. That's always how you improve as a player. I used to use the Herald and Grog all the time on a Salvador. And I still do to a point. I mean, I'm still using the Grog nozzle, for example. Oops, that was a bullet deflection. But you should always explore options. This is a looter shooter with hundreds of guns. And another tip would be I know this is rich coming from me, but you should not use mods until you've at least explored the game. I've seen a lot of people use Reborn whenever they just started the game, and that's kind of a bad thing because they don't know what the game is and they're getting into mods, so they keep thinking, oh, why isn't Warrior dropping Pearlescence, for example? I don't know if that's true, but that doesn't happen in vanilla games. So when someone asks them, they would give them an incorrect answer because they're basing off of mods. So I'd say don't play mods until you've at least put 100 hours into the game. That's something that I've kind of seen happen as mods get a little bit more common. Another tip would be to make your own build. I see a lot of people take builds online and they're not being able to utilize them properly because they don't know where they're speccing into. If you don't know what you're speccing into, then there's a high chance you don't understand how the build works. Now, this is probably not true for Salvador, as with Salvador, you just, spec into pretty much the build, and then that's just the core of it, and then you just keep going. But, for example, especially on Krieg, actually, if you spec into a build and you don't know how to use it, for example, you use Roid Shields on Krieg, which is kind of wrong because that's how you one-shot yourself with STV. Then you think Krieg sucks, but it's not true. You have to kind of spec into kind of have to spec into what you think is good, and then, you know, explore the character from there. That's why that comes back to my first point. That's why you should explore the characters, because if you don't play the characters, then you don't know what their skills do. So, and then, you know, if you boost your character at, you know, higher levels, you'll probably go look up on a good build, and then you probably won't know how to use that build, and then you'll probably get bored of the game because, you know, you'd think, oh, this character sucks, for example. You know? Another tip would be, you know, just make your own conclusions on things. You know, I see a lot of people say X sucks or this guy doesn't suck, but in all fairness, all characters in this game, you know, okay, I say that as I die to, like, Vanilla Hurley. In this game, there's no bad or good character. All of them are good. All of them are powerful in their own way. And I just died to Vanilla Hurley. As Salvador, I should be embarrassing myself. But to be fair, he did kind of stomp me. But yeah, no, each character is powerful in their own way. You know, Caxton has his T-tier chucking build, for example. You know, even though, like, Maya, I'd say in my own opinion, isn't the greatest for raids, she still has, you know, her own way of killing raid bosses. You know, you should explore the character and not play a character just because someone else said it sucks. You know, if I say Axton sucks, but he's actually great, but you listen to that tip and then not play him because someone else said he sucks, then, you know, that's usually not a good thing. But yeah, these are kind of the tips that I had. I may have missed some points, but I was kind of inspired to make this video because a lot of people keep asking me of, you know, how to play this game kind of properly. And honestly, these are just the tips that I have, and these are the tips that I have used. You know, the character build is majorly important on how to play. It's just how you define your own character in this game. That's a big part of it too. You know, learn from your mistakes. That's how you always improve at any video game. You should also probably not play at my sensitivity. That also helps. Anyways, yeah, that's kind of it for this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.